Merry Christmas, and I'm back with another album review. Today's review is on Load by Metallica. This is the sixth studio album by Metallica as a follow-up to the Black Album. The album was recorded between May 1st, 95 and February 1st, 96 at the Plant Studios in Sausalito, California by Randy Staub with assistance from Mike Gillies and Chris Brenna. Mike and Chris assisted Paul DeCarli with the editing. The album was engineered by Brian Dobbs with assistance from Jason Goldstein. It was produced by Bob Rock, James Hetfield, and Lars Ulrich. Randy Staub mixed the album with help from Matt Curry at the Right Track Recording in New York. Additional mixing was provided by Mike Fraser with help from Mike Rue at Quad Recording Studios in New York. It was mastered by George Marino at Sterling Sound. The album was released on June 4th, 96 on Elektra Records. What sets this album apart from its predecessors is that it has more of a focus on hard rock while being infused with elements of alternative rock, blues rock, southern rock, soft rock, and country rock. There are still elements of heavy metal, just so you know. When making this album and its follow-up, Metallica took inspiration from various artists including Alice in Chains, Pantera, Soundgarden, Primus, ZZ Top, Aerosmith, and Oasis, among others. Speaking of which, James Hetfield actually performed with Alice in Chains at Rock Am Ring back in 2006, and they played the song Wood. But that's a story for another day. Another thing that sets it apart from its predecessors is that rather than having lyrics about political and social issues, the song deals more with depression. More on this when we discuss the songs. At 79 minutes long, this is the longest studio album by Metallica. Now let's talk about the songs. The intro to this album is Ate My Bitch, which was released as a promo single on July 3rd, 96. The song gained media attention because it contains the word bitch in the title. In fact, the word bitch is used multiple times. The word damn it is only used 3 times, just for comparison. It's still rooted in heavy metal, but also contains elements of southern rock and alternative rock. The demo was recorded on April 6, 95. The demo was simply titled Bitch. Honestly, I say this is one of my favorite songs from the album. Next song is 2x4. Anyone listening to this song can tell that there are some elements of southern rock and country rock. After that is The House Jack Built. The lyrics of the song are about drug and alcohol addiction. Up next is Until It Sleeps, which was released as a single on May 20th, 96. This is a rather emotional song because the lyrics are about James Hetfield's mother and her battle with cancer. James was dealing with emotional pain while his mother was dealing with physical pain. James also dealing with anger issues. It gets worse when you learn that his father, Virgil, had passed away towards the end of 96, during Metallica's Load tour. The music video was made, and I'm including a link in the description. I would say this is the most relatable song on the album because my mom passed away earlier this year, and the loss has altered my personality. That being said, fuck cancer. Next up is King Nothing, which was released as a single on January 7th, 97. The lyrics about someone who wants to be king but doesn't give a shit. As a result, everything comes crashing down. There is a music video that was made, and I'm including a link in the description. This is also my favorite song from the album. It's followed by Hero of the Day, which was released as a single on September 9th, 96. It is among the softer sounding songs on the album, given the fact that it touches upon soft rock and alternative rock, which is an unusual decision for Metallica, in my opinion. The song itself is also considered to be a power ballad. A music video was made, and I'm including a link in the description. It followed up with Bleeding Me, which was released as a promo single on March 11th, 97. James Hetfield said in an interview with Playboy in 2001 that the song is about, quote, trying to bleed out all bad, get the evil out. After that is Cure. This is another song about drug use and alcoholism. Comes next is Poor Twisted Me. The lyrics are about James struggling with depression, which is something that I can relate to because I've been struggling with depression my whole life. Up next is Wasting My Hate. It's among the heavier songs on the album, judging by how it sounds. Next up is Mama Said, which was released as a single on November 25th, 96. This is a power ballad that's mostly centered around country rock. It also contains elements of blues rock, southern rock, and outlaw country. The song does have an acoustic intro, but also features a steel guitar. A music video was made, and I'm including a link in the description. You follow up with Thorn Within. This is another song about James' struggles with addiction. That's followed up by Ronnie. This is one of 4 songs from this album that were never performed live by Metallica. The others being The House Jack Built, Cure, and Thorn Within. The finale of this album is Outlaw Torn. I read that the lyrics are about coping with the loss of Cliff Burton, who passed away tragically young a decade before this album was released. While researching this album, I read that it peaked at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, and was certified 5 times platinum by the RIAA by selling over 5 million copies. That's less than a third of what the Black Album sold. When it comes to what the critics said, they mostly gave it mixed reviews. I'd argue that a shift towards a softer tone is a contributing factor for those reviews. Strangely enough, Rolling Stone and the Rolling Stone Album Guide really liked this album, and each of them gave it 4.5. Each of them gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Now for my thoughts. I think it's unusual that Metallica went in the direction of having a softer tone for this album. I never expected them to incorporate elements of alternative rock, soft rock, blues rock, country rock, or outlaw country, but they did it anyway. I think they just wanted to make it stand out from their previous albums. That being said, I wouldn't say this album is bad per se. Because there are some things I like about it. Overall, I recommend checking it out. Now is the part where I question you. Have you listened to Load? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Do you think it's the right decision for Metallica to incorporate elements of alternative rock, blues rock, soft rock, country rock, and outlaw country? And let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another review.